There's an article in the New York Times that really got under my skin, and perhaps it angered me for an unexpected reason. It's about how corporations are starting to snub the Republican convention. So they say Hewlett Packard has joined a growing list of major corporations that are declining to help pay for the Republican National Convention as pressure builds on the business community to repudiate Donald Trump. HP joins Coca-Cola and Microsoft in deciding to either significantly curtail or eliminate its monetary support to the Republican convention. Coca-Cola has declined to match the $660,000 it gave for the 2012 Republican convention, donating only $75,000 for this year and indicating that it does not plan to provide more. They continue here. Microsoft will provide only software and technical assistance to the Republicans' event, while plans to give that and monetary support to the Democrats. Political conventions and the cities that host them rely tremendously on corporate donations to fund their expenses, which can exceed $100 million when security costs are included. But companies have been wary of committing to the Republican National Convention this year, given Mr. Trump's provocative and offensive statements on women and minorities. So the entire article in the New York Times frames it from that perspective. And actually, the article is not even much longer than the portions that I gave you here. The entire article is framed as, ha, Republicans aren't getting as much corporate support. Losers, little bitches. You're so stupid. But what pisses me off about this is not only the way the political system apparently functions, which is grotesque and built on corruption and legalized bribery, but also the way that the media is covering it, including the New York Times here, who are normally not horrific. They're doing it as if it's like don't question the fact that corporations prop up the conventions and have bought and owned the political parties. Don't question that. Let's just all take a minute to laugh at Donald Trump because Donald Trump isn't able to successfully get as many bribes as Hillary Clinton in the Democratic Party. No, if anything, this is a strike against the Democratic Party and for the Republican Party. Now, I get it. The Republicans still want to be corrupt and want to be bribed and want to be a part of this system. But the fact that corporations are snubbing them is something that's going to make your average American go, yeah, we actually prefer that. Guys, corporations are not people. They shouldn't have influence over our political system and the process, and definitely the conventions to this extent. Because if you think that they're giving that money and they're expecting nothing in return, you're an idiot. Have I made myself clear? Obviously, if they're giving hundreds of millions of dollars in this sense and in other ways as well, they are expecting stuff in return. That's the whole point, is to get stuff in return. So lo and behold, the corporations fund the conventions, and then would you look at that, the Democrats and the Republicans agree that we need to continue to do these preposterous loopholes, and we need to continue to allow these different corporations to shove their money in the Cayman Islands and Bermuda, and we need to continue to give them corporate welfare checks that we call subsidies because it sounds more official. No, this is the problem. The fact that they wrote this article and they didn't take a minute to say, well, maybe that's actually a good thing that less corporate money is going to one of the political parties, shows you how broken this system is. The corruption and the legalized bribery is so baked into it that writers at the New York Times don't even stop for a second and go, well, yeah, maybe that's an issue. Maybe we should have less corporate money. No, they just frame it as Donald Trump can't get bought as much as the Democrats can today, so isn't he such a loser? No! There are many reasons why he's a loser. That ain't one of them. Let me just be specific about why I think the corporations aren't paying the Republicans. They say it's because, oh my God, Donald Trump has been so offensive to minorities. I don't buy that because there are plenty of Republican politicians who are offensive to minorities and there are no consequences and they still get their corporate cash. I think the reason why corporations are hesitant to donate to the Republicans and to donate to Trump specifically is because they don't know what the fuck he's going to do. Because he's such a wild card that when he's out there in the debates and he pays lip service to doing protectionism, not allowing more outsourcing and offshoring, when he talks about that, when he talks about not cutting Social Security and Medicare, these are things that the corporations look at and they go, oh, well, he actually seems like he could be populist in some respects, and we fucking hate that, and that affects their bottom line in a negative way. Now, I actually think that when push comes to shove, he is going to listen to the establishment. He is going to buckle, and he is going to do all those shitty things. But they're not sure they trust him. They know somebody like Mitt Romney's a good little puppet bitch, and he'll do their bidding, so they were more than happy to give him money. Donald Trump, they're like, I don't know. Are you on our side or are you on the people's side? We don't know, and he's also just a crazy person, so they don't know. So that's why I think fewer donations are going to him. It's not actually because, oh, he offended minorities so bad. Well, if you're so, pissed about that, then why didn't you stop donating to Mitt Romney? Mitt Romney made horrific comments, not only about minorities, which he did, but also about half the fucking country, 47%, and he still got a tremendous number of donations. So it's not really about that. That's just an excuse because they don't know if he can be bought. Lucky for them, I think he actually can be bought, and it's been proven so far that he actually can be bought, but they still don't know, and that's why they're not giving it to him.